What's up, Mitch? Coming to us from the edge of your bathtub, it looks like.
Yeah. This is my bathroom. I'm going to take an hour-long shit for this episode.
Trying to one-up me, because you're a listener. You probably remember.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the funniest moments of the podcast when they found out that you were on the toilet. They made you open your camera, like move that bus style.
Actively shitting. I thought I could get away with it, but I was caught. I was caught poop shooting. Welcome, Mitch Jones. We were supposed to record with you. You said several years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago in South Dakota when we were all doing the Black Hills Comedy Festival, and it was a real Sophie's choice because it was hang out with the boys and record or get drunk for Zach Moss's birthday at the arcade bar.
Oh, yeah, which was a nightmare. It was packed. It was crazy.
Turns out you guys were the smart ones. You just went home, wiggling and giggling.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys had a good time.
Oh, yeah. Me, Zach, Hiker, and the rest.
All the cool hogs. You had all the cool hogs there.
The mild hogs.
The mild hogs. Yeah, I think Crawford was there too.
Anthony Crawford about to headline Comedy Works South for the first time.
Whoa.
August 25th. And I was very confused because he posted something that said actors/seat fillers needed August 25th. Small fee in hopes of more work. And I was like, is he going to try to pay actors like $10 to come watch the show? And then eventually I found on Facebook that he was mocking a Kamala campaign like post looking for people to come to one of her events. It was not Crawford completely losing his mind and potentially being out. I mean, if he would have he was looking for 300 people, and so I was like, are you going to pay $3,000 to try to
headline
get
Comedy
people
Works
in there? Yeah, I was confused, but no.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I kind of was like, what the fuck? And then I thought he was hacked for a second, and then eventually I was just like, oh, he's trying to get people to be like, hey, for a small fee, you can be in this movie, which is me doing Comedy Works.
Yeah, it was like a direct parody of an ad of a post that he had seen, so that helped. But anyway, Mitch Jones, super fan. We've been Boaz for a long time. That's right. We just did Lucha Libre and Laughs a couple Fridays ago. It was wonderful. Always like being able to team up with you instead of Sam. I'm kind of over Sam. No.
Yeah, and then you say all the good stuff, and I'd be like, I'm not Sam. I'll never be Sam.
I just call you Sam during the whole show.
At Roast Battle, they call me Sam Tallentless.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So fuck you, Mike Hammock, you bald-ass bitch. No,
before I forget, we did Lucha Libre and Laughs, and then you where were you that you shared a picture with a guy who might be even bigger than you?
I was at Casa Bonita.
That's right.
With my buddy Gil, and he is larger than I am.
Is he bigger than you? Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Texas. Big Daddy's Texas Barbecue. Check them out if you're in Boulder. The best barbecue in town.
Oh, I'll bet it's great.
Yeah. Have you ever had some... I mean, this was new to me, so maybe I'm an uncultured swine, but mashed sweet potatoes with, like, charred marshmallows on the topper?
I haven't had mashed. I mean, I guess they kind of end up mashed.
I guarantee.
For sure, but, ooh, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That's like a casserole, usually. You'll do sweet potato casserole. It's got marshmallow.
Yeah, dude. So many people asked me and Gil if we were going to fit in Black Bark's cave, and just barely.
Do you guys take separate cars?
Yeah, because he came with his family.
Oh, okay.
I was part of his family for the eve.
That's why?
Yeah, not because we couldn't fit in my Geo Prism.
If the two of you were in a car, it would look like you were transporting a bunch of drugs in the front half, so cops would be very confused. So there's sparks coming out of the front.
Yeah, dude, there's no
not a
engine in
trunk
here. It's just an engine made out of Coke.
How big? So how big are you? 6'6"?
Well, that was my football. That was what they listed me as, a 6'6", to scare the defensive linemen in other local high schools. I believe I am about 6'4", 6'5" now that I've shrank. Now I'm getting old.
But you're taller than Sam, right?
Yep.
I think Sam might be 6'4". You might be like 6'5" and a half or something.
I think you're 6'6". Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Sam always makes fun of me for being so large. He's like, he's huge. He's a giant man. And we cut the same outline almost.
Yeah, definitely the same Rarified Air. But we always marvel at your hands because Sam does not have like giant mitts like he might, like somebody of his height, of his weight. But yeah, you've got the fucking, what do we call them, nurse stranglers. I mean, yeah, that's the biggest DDP bang you're ever going to see.
Think about it and own it. DDP
those 10
yoga.
fingers. But yeah, and then your buddy, did you go to high school together?
No, he is
Giants Club.
I met him through. He used to do open mic at Big Daddy's Texas Barbecue in Boulder, and then he started doing comedy himself, and now we're friends.
What's his name?
McGill Stewart.
Gil. A man named Gil.
Man named Gil.
Brent Gill Stewart.
And those burn ends.
Ooh.
Oh, are they the real deal? Because I've only had
he
good
just
burn
packed up
ends
his
like
truck
once.
for the summer, though. He went from restaurant to just doing it as like a food truck, and now I think he's taking a vacation or something.
I trust anyone your size that's making burnt ends. I don't have any additional questions. Sign me up. I'm ready to eat.
That guy is a food scientist.
Yeah.
With his size, yeah, of course.
He requires the best protein. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's eating half of a cow and half of a pig every day. So it adds up, and you got to be smart, and you got to burn those ends.
Yeah, and the other half, I just punch him like Rocky. That's how I stay in shape.
Yeah, I saw that picture, and I was like, holy shit, there's no way that... Because I think you guys were both sitting down in the picture that I saw.
Oh, no, we were standing up under one of those little archways where you walk out to the waterfall to Casa Bonita.
But yeah, I was impressed from just like a small picture of both of your like faces and shoulders. I was like, this dude is huge. I want to see the two of you go at it in a pit to the death.
Yeah.
And I would take you, I think, because I see how big those hands are.
Yeah, the judge says I can't fist no more.
Jesus, save it for the 10 minutes.
Oh, is this not the Patreon? It's not the page?
This is a free one. Everybody's going to see this. A lot of times we've had guests, and it used to be especially not bad, but just you knew that we had a few thousand listeners, but then the Patreon was definitely a fraction of that. And a lot of times just randomly, that's when we needed a guest. And I don't know how many people realized it, but it's like, yeah, you're getting a fraction, but you're getting the diehards. You're probably getting more follows.
Oh, yeah,
off of
for
a
sure.
page.
For sure. Because you guys, like, I had to subscribe to your Patreon to hear what you guys were saying about my penis. That's the greatest trick the fucking devil's ever pulled.
Yeah, if this was the Patreon, I'd already be trying to get you to pull it out.
Your dick is the greatest pud that the devil ever pulled. The devil made yours. He forged it in a lake of fire.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, I can imagine. I try not to because, we're friends. I don't need to, like, spend a lot of time thinking about your weighing. But, yeah. It happens, and it's like, phew. I
always feel like a lawyer when I talk about my dick. I have to be like, now, you agree that my hands are large. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I think about how big it is every time I see you hold, like, a phone or change or an action figure. And I'm like, oh, yeah, there's no way God would have dealt him a dick he had to grab with 2 fingers. This dude's rocking a hog.
Yeah, sure. That's what we were perpetuating that story.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll include a link for your OnlyFans so that if anybody really wants to see it.
Yeah. Link to the OnlyFans. It's Butthole Tuesdays this week, so get yourself some beehole pics. I got a car payment to make, y'all.
I saw the website We Rate Dicks, and yours was ranked. This was a few months ago, so things change. But 2.5 Coens, which is pretty good on the scale. Not bad.
2.5 Coens was my sitcom on the CW.
Unfortunately, I don't have to imagine Jeff Cohen's dick because Sam forced it upon me. I think I was driving to a festival in Idaho, 208 Fest in Idaho, years back. It was me, Aaron Urist, and Sam, and I'm pretty sure I was driving. And fucking, he just shows me his phone. I had nowhere to go. Unless I would have, closed my eyes, we would have crashed.
You should have Vin Diesel'd yourself out of the car.
I told him I didn't want to see it. And he he decided to overrule my decision.
He's the puppet master. Of course he did.
Speaking of which, you drove us up and back to Black Hills last time I did the fest, and that was a good crew.
Sorry, I almost killed us all.
We could have died because, as you said, you didn't fall asleep. You zoned out. You took a mental break.
Same diff, but I just wanted you to think I was cool, Nathan.
Yeah, that definitely made me feel better. You're like, I didn't fall asleep. I just zoned out a little bit. I just did my own thing. You went for a little walk while driving.
Dude, I knew I should have opened those sunflower seeds sooner rather than later, but I always feel bad when I disappoint you. You have older brother energy where you're just like, I'm not gonna kick your ass, but I'm just gonna think you're a total piece of shit.
Well, the only thing that was not ideal about that situation was I saw that we drifted. As I think a big truck was passing us, we drifted a little, and I was like, "Dude," and you're like, whoa." I was like,
I did go,
whoa. I was at the park eating hot dogs with my giant friend Gil in my head, and I forgot that I have to actively drive. And then I said, "Well, let me drive then." I was probably jacked on several Red Bulls or whatever, and some coffee. I was good to go, and you're like, no, it's fine. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I should definitely give you another chance to kill us.
You're right. I should have let you, but did we die?
You were fine after that. There was not another issue where I could see your thought bubble, and it was you playing with a bunch of baby lambs or whatever.
Yeah, it was a cartoon turkey playing a ukulele.
Right, yeah. There weren't hamburgers and hot dogs jumping into a pool while you're hanging out and grilling corn.
That was the festival where I was like, I hate being alive. I'm a piece of shit, and I couldn't handle it.
I was in a
funk.
This was 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yes, 2 years ago. You just weren't getting booked a lot, and you didn't know what to do. And I said, you have to reach out to people. You have to be around. You live in, I don't know. I don't want people to stalk you, but
they're not. Dick Stinkley's going to send me some Goombas in the mail. He's already got my fucking address.
Oh, did you see those? Yeah, those are cool. He got 24 Goomba toys that he said are from 1989. Mm-hmm. The ones, I don't remember them, but you push them down and then they do a flip.
Yeah, they're little McDonald's toys from
Were they McDonald's?
Super Mario
okay.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Mario 3, okay. So, yeah, I didn't remember those. Did not have any of those. He finds 24 of them and no other toys from that era from Super Mario Brothers. I'm imagining the kid that owned them was buried with Mario and Luigi. But I don't know.
That Cloud Luigi was really hard to get. They had to bury him with that. That's part of his fortune.
But yeah, you were not getting booked a lot, right? You kind of shook your head.
I mean,
what?
Don't get me wrong. Old Mitch Jones is booked.
Now, now that I whipped you into shape and told you to take charge of your life.
But also I had I was emotionally scarred. That was, okay. And I don't, let's not talk about that.
Stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
You're going through some stuff, but I told you, that you had to get out there. Because probably for a while, after you were 5 years in, everybody knew you were funny. There were only so many comics, so you were getting booked. But then Denver continued to grow. More comics moved in. Younger comics got better. And all of a sudden, you're not getting hit up left and right. And it's yeah, dude, you got to because it would have happened to any of us. If I would have stayed in Denver, I would have had to be more proactive. Remind
Yeah.
people who the champ is.
Yeah.
And yeah, advocate for yourself. And I'm glad that you did, because you're fucking funny, man.
Thanks, dude. Well, I appreciate you fucking... The best part about it was, because when you're being a little, like, you're like, no, I'm just not going to do anything. And people keep trying to, like, make you feel better about it. And they just keep trying. But you, Nathan, you were just like, fine, fuck it, I don't care. And that was the best part about it. Because I was like, all right, cool, now. So you had the courage to walk away and let me sit in my own shit. And that was very well appreciated.
So that's what I'm supposed to do in our friendship? Because I am constantly worried the 1 month a year you put yourself in the stockade and just whip on Mitch.
Yeah, just let me be.
It's
Don't worry. Don't do any wellness checks.
It's like 1 month a year. It's like 1 month a year, all of a sudden you just hate everything. And then you come out of it spectacularly, but...
Yeah, it's because I hate my job. And it's probably December, because my job sucks in December.
It's usually around
When
then.
everybody comes in.
Yeah.
Do you get an uptick in people? Because you digitize
Yeah.
old, like, video or pictures? You upload these scan
people's
pictures?
home movie shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so it's a huge, high, big ticket item around the holidays. Man, do I fucking hate explaining technology to old people. I really never thought that would be my life.
Your
Be
whole
like, no,
job.
Gladys, this is a flash drive. Put it in your computer. You don't have a computer? What the fuck were you even doing here?
Yeah, it must be a total nightmare. It's holding a World War II veteran's hand as he doesn't understand where the pictures go. Why do I still have a hard copy? I uploaded it. I scanned it. Why is it?
Yeah, it's totally Zoolander. The files are in the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Yes, but it's a decent job as far as, like, it's only during the week, whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen so much amateur porno that's never been on the internet before, so...
Have you ever seen a dick that looked exactly like yours and it fucked you up? Like, wait a minute.
No. But I have
I've
seen some carousels of tasteful nudes from the 70s.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's got to be pretty fun, right?
Yeah, except for when you have to call people and be like, hey, I don't know who this woman is in relation to you, but you probably don't want to see inside of her.
Whoa.
Like, have you seen truly disgusting stuff?
Well, they were tasteful. I guess it depends on what your definition of a tasteful nude is.
I mean, there's a difference between, like, somebody, like, posing, like, hi, and then just, like, spread.
Yeah,
fucking-
you're right. I guess Playboy with their awkward side pussy shots would be a tasteful nude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just, like, I don't know, have you seen any, like, ball torture? Anybody stepping on nuts?
No.
That's good.
Never seen any of that. I've seen like a amateur orgy. That was fun.
Video or just...
Video, yeah.
Whoa.
And the one dude that was filming it was like, anyone want to get in on this? He kept like looking down at his dick, being like, anyone want to get in on this? And like no one wanted to tag him in, so he just like sat there filming it. And eventually some other roommate who's a lady comes by like with a laundry basket, and he's just like, hey, Janine or whatever. And it's like, you want to get in on this? And she's like, no, and goes upstairs. Oh my god!
He keeps
just
checking in with his own dick.
Yeah.
Nope, still not getting sucked.
Still not. No one's sucking. It was so funny because he was like, doing
Becker
like
swallowed
wacky
his cigarette.
zooms on like the other girl sucking another dick, and there was like two girls hooking up on another couch, and then eventually he basically did the "it's a living" and just filmed himself jerking off.
Oh no!
Yeah, so then I have to make a customer service call about that and be like, "Hey, buddy, you want that on your DVDs? What are you doing?"
Have you run
How
in-
many people?
Oh,
Go ahead.
have you run in anything you just had to call the police before you had to call the people?
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
that's not a fun day.
Fuck.
Like, because it's a kid or what?
Well, so I didn't see it, but one of my editors saw it where it was like two girls that were like on camera, and they were not of age, and so we're like, we have to fucking film. We have to fucking call the cops. You know what I'm saying? We have to call the cops.
We have to film a reaction video.
No. We have to call the cops. And so they called the cops on this guy, and he fucking got interrogated, and then his daughter got interrogated. And so basically it came down that eventually the guy didn't get in trouble because the daughter testified that her and her friend filmed that together. They were not coerced into it or something like that.
Yeah.
And so the guy was like, I was just trying to get some stuff digitized for my daughter's wedding. And then he like almost got arrested for CP. That was...
Whoa.
Yeah.
ICP, incest, child porn.
Oh my God. Speaking of ICP, I can't wait for next year. Is that official? Can we announce that?
I don't know that it's official, but I would say that it's looking good that the boys are going to be at the gathering 25th year, is that right?
25th annual gathering of the Juggalos, except for that one year they didn't do it for COVID.
Yeah. Becca, are you going to get in on that, you think?
Oh, yeah, I'm going.
Come to Ohio?
I have to go. Mitch is coming.
You're going to do heroin.
Yeah.
And you guys? Yeah, I'm going to get some tar. Let's go.
And yeah, have you ever wanted to spray a 2-liter of grape soda on some titties at a campground? Well, here's your shot.
Never.
I don't know if we're going to be in the campground. I think we're going to be safely removed. I used to be scared about the potential. I used to think that there was more like potential for violence at the gathering. Now I'm scared about just the epic drug use and the nudity and the boofing, basically. I think boofing is strong as ever at the gathering, because it's just an extreme way to fucking party, to like not give a fuck.
It's also a big diarrhea scene after shoving booze and drugs in your ass all day. So
yeah.
Dude, I don't want to see the porta potties on day 4 of the gathering of the Juggalos. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, no. And so, yeah, ideally, I think what Sam was saying is we would be performers, so there's a little bit of a removal from the crowd, unless we go in there on our own. We'll probably shove you in there and then see if you can survive.
I'll sleep in a drawer. I don't care. I'll sleep in the bathtub.
You're in a bathtub right now.
Yeah, I am. I'm in the bathtub. I wear clothes in the bathtub.
The tornado should be scared of you. The tornado should be in a bathtub.
Yeah, dude, I'm like Matt Hardy. I'll slap a tornado. I'll fucking... dude, there's cabins. There's like performer cabins at the gathering that we could probably get.
Yeah.
Instead of having to be in the tents with all the lows and lets.
I just can't hang. It's just a matter of being older and not looking to like do whatever drugs are handed to me. I wouldn't be able to hang.
But you have to go see the Fago Armageddon at the end.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I'll get sticky.
Yeah, dude, we'll probably get on stage and fucking get to spray some bottles and shit.
We're going to try to one-up Steve-O. He lit his head on fire. We're going to light your whole body on fire.
Sounds like it. Hey, man, I had a good run. I'm ready to like transcend to this. I could get on America's Got Talent if you fucking burn me up.
Do you have a favorite Fago flavor or like a couple of favorites?
Rockin Rye for sure.
That's what Emily said. That's Emily's favorite.
Who? What?
That's Emily's favorite. I asked her because she took a picture of a grocery store or something in Michigan and was like, I'm home, because there was like 4 different kinds of Fago, and I was like, what's the best one? Because I've had like cotton candy and something. I don't know. I've had like 2, and that's it. But she said Rockin Rye.
It's my favorite.
All right.
Red Pop, Moon Mist. Fucking
Red Pop, yeah, that's Big Red. Is
the Big Red, yeah.
I think a Midwest thing that you don't see everywhere, but random gas stations. I don't know if there's a geographical
barbecue restaurants.
line.
They usually have Big Red on tap in their fountain.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Slaps Barbecue, Kansas City.
Slaps, yeah, Slaps is great. I was going to... So part of the reason we're recording today is that you were in high demand the last couple of nights. You had shows, And I want to hear about the one Friday night because you went to Colorado Springs for you closed out an open mic, which is some weird new. That's only been a thing for the last like 5 years or something, where it's like, oh yeah, we have an open mic and then we have a booked show. It's probably the dumbest idea I've ever heard of, and I'm including roast battles, which you've also done recently. And
I'm telling you, dude, I do the pool halls and bingo parlors. I'm fucking Daniel Bryan right now. You guys are the ones selling out theaters and clubs.
Well, Sam's doing that. I'm just along for the ride. I'm on his coattails, making sure that no little insects, parasites, birds land on him and spread disease. I'm the one that cleans his back.
You're the little bird that sleeps on the crocodile's back?
Yeah. Yeah, I keep his back. I'm like that towel that's hanging.
Yeah, this is my toilet paper.
I'm used to wipe for Sam to wipe. But yeah, so, Sam put in all the hard work, and it's paying off. I did the hard work of not
being his friend.
Pissing him off. Yeah, not blowing it, basically. Just hanging in there until my number got called. And but yeah, so tell me about the open mic, because there were at least 15 comics advertised before... Or 15 open mic spots.
So we were talking a little bit before I went down to do that. And I had feared the worst. I thought it was going to be 15 open mic comedians. And it's like, all right, here's your feature and your headliner. But luckily they did it Oscar Blues style when I got down there. They did the host, the feature, me. And then right after me, they're like, and now your first open mic comedian.
Okay, so that's...
It was the best case scenario for sure.
Way better. And then I would imagine part of the thinking, because it's not just, some insane person coming up with it, is that, if there's a bunch of these open mic comics that come, they're kind of a crowd. They might each bring one or two people, which is also, not completely true or like to be expected, but it's possible that you have like some of these newer comics have some of their coworkers or friends that'll come to whatever show they do. What's up?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. They have their friend credits still, where they still have people that want to come to their shows on purpose.
Well, yeah, and it's just such a funny thing where, like, because it happened to me in Vegas, my friends came to shows the first like year when I'm not as good, when the shows aren't as good. And then they kind of get over it. Okay, yeah, you're doing a lot of shows. I'll try to make the next one. And then they stop. And that's when you start to get good, when the shows are better. Mm-hmm. It's a tale as old as time. But yeah,
favorite.
Go ahead.
My favorite is when you get really good and you're on a run of shows and people are like, I'm going to come to the next one. And then they eventually do. And they come to one where you just fucking eat shit real hard. And you're like, I've dedicated 14 years of my life to this.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That is always the best. The contest. And then they're like, they come to the contest and you just eat shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, so you have a house and a family. This fucking blowjob joke I got is really coming along. I think it's really going to get some noties on Instagram when I upload it.
Oh, yeah. Just a total nightmare. So how was the crowd for
you?
They
were good.
Good.
They were polite smilers, which was weird. But the old standard, one of my favorite, it's like a fucking street joke at this point, but whenever you do a brewery show, just be like, hey, are we on the set of Breaking Bad right now? And people lose their shit about that.
They remember.
Yeah, they were like, I remember. That's a reference I get. And then usually you can look right into an old person's face and go, yo, did you cook today, bitch? And they understand what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't clutch their purse.
Yeah, they loosen up, they start, and then I'm like, okay, here's a 7-minute chunk about porno.
Well, I'm glad for you. I'm a little disappointed for this episode of the podcast because I was kind of hoping for a bloodbath. A nightmare scenario.
Yeah, I was hoping for an oh good moment. Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, but who who was the host? I can't remember.
Joe Cruz down in Colorado Springs. Shout out Joe.
Joe Cruz.
Joe Cruz.
I haven't had the pleasure.
He's around. He's doing loonies, and he hosts that show at Nano 108.
Who featured for you?
Yeah, Colorado Springs, man.
Who featured? Who was the feature act?
Tony Maldonado.
Okay.
He's a blind fella. He's like Glasspool, the next generation.
Yeah, Dave Glasspool maybe moved. Was he from New Orleans or Houston?
Something like that.
So, somewhere in Texas.
The South, Texas. Okay, yeah. Glasspool, blind as hell. Did a very, very Robin Williams-esque kind of performance for the first couple years, but nobody said anything to him because he's blind and you don't want to be racist or whatever. But then I feel like he figured it out a little bit and came into his own. Becker, you're nodding. You remember this?
Yeah, I definitely remember. He figured it out.
He moved away from that and was still very funny.
Yeah.
I remember
was not
seeing
the exact kind of black guy voice, high pitched voice. Like he was really doing.
Yeah, black
Robin Williams
voice.
Taking the power back because Robin notoriously was taking stuff from whoever. He was just like a vacuum in the Bay Area scene. Taking, going, watching shows, taking some stuff, and then just kind of getting away with it his whole life. But he got his, didn't he? But he
don't get hung up on it, Jake.
I did Robin Williams for a Schtick or Treat.
I think I remember that
years ago.
You drew extra hair on your arms.
I had to, dude.
Yeah.
That was like my hook.
You're a hairy man, and that was a feat that you had more hair on your arms.
I mean, I'm hairy on my back and my butt and my face, but almost everywhere else it's kind of light. Like I'm looking at my arm hair right now. It's not really, it's not Robin Williams-esque. So and his hands are especially just so hairy. So I had to that was my angle was like, okay, I'll get a brown marker.
He's totally got the apes together strong hands. You know what I'm saying? He's got like
a rat king on each hand. It was insane. Oh, but so I do Schtick or Treat was a show that Mark Normand and somebody else started in New York, and it was done in Denver for years and years and across the country where comics would be a famous comedian. And you couldn't do their act specifically. You had to come up with your own stuff, but perform it in the style of the comic that you were portraying.
That was my favorite part about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better than just being able to pick Mitch Hedberg and doing Mitch Hedberg jokes. You have to have your own stuff or whatever. So I was Robin Williams, and I riffed, and I was high energy, which is not the opposite of how I actually am. It was fun. And I said something about killing myself. I can't remember how I mentioned it. But I did, because obviously he had died. He had killed himself. And I got off stage, and a comic, I think, was trying to be kind of shitty to me, give me shit. It was like, oh, I really liked all the suicide stuff. And I was like, oh, thank you. I didn't know what to say. He hadn't just died. It had been a few years. No. I'll do a blind item, a David Glasspool-esque blind item. But it was just a comic, and I was surprised because it's like, okay, you have some dark stuff or whatever, put your pearls away. But it was a good time, and it was fun to be able to be high energy for one set. I mean, sometimes I do try to bring that energy if a crowd is kind of lackluster, or if I'm hosting, I usually try to get the energy up without betraying, without completely lying, because I think most crowds can tell if somebody's really faking the funk.
Showtime.
Yeah, I smack myself in the face.
Yeah.
And I say, get out there, you magnificent.
Was that the same Schtick or Treat that was at the Buntport?
That was at Buntport. I think that was the only year.
Yeah, that was
at Buntport.
I was Rodney Dangerfield that year. That was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I just like to do comics that I can do the voices of.
Well, and shit, that makes me think you have a pretty solid ability to impersonate mostly like a husky voice or a low.
Yeah, hey, what's going on? Next on Comedy Central, coming up in South Park.
Yeah, nice. That was a good David Bory.
Yeah, dude.
You had that.
My favorite part about that Buntport show was that was the year that Sam was hosting with Buckley and Sam was Lisa Lampanelli.
Oh God!
And he kept being like Schlemiel, Schlemazel, like, and like halfway through the show, someone informed him that Lisa Lampanelli is not Jewish, and that was my favorite fucking bombshell of the show. He found out that she's Italian.
That was that was a funny move by him, to go very Jewish.
Schlemiel.
When her last name is Lampanelli. So it's not like she was hiding her Italian heritage. And it shows how little he cares for woman comic.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
Get him, internet culture.
He loves the lady comics. But you know what Sam doesn't like is cooking, because it can take forever. Mm-hmm. But with Factor, you only need 2 minutes. That's right. Factor is our sponsor this week. Factor should not be questioned.
2 minutes and you're up.
Factor sends you fresh, never frozen meals that are pre-portioned and ready to heat. You just pop them in the microwave, or if you're Mitch, you just hold them in your hands for 45
hatch them like
seconds.
an egg.
Yeah, you just put them in a plastic bag. And then you squash them underneath your weight, and you itch your butt a little bit on the couch. And then you get
I credit card these Factor meals through my ass cheeks. That's what I do.
So yeah, however most people, you pop them in the microwave or on the stove for 2 minutes, and you're set. Approved by dietitians, which Mitch. The dietitians that have talked to you are all dead because you were hangry. They're not nurse strangling hands; they're dietitian strangling bits. But
I can
approved
make a fist with their neck in it.
Oh yeah, you just ate the dietitian. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Yeah, it's problem solved.
But yeah, they're approved by dietitians, so they'll be good for you too. They taste good; they're good for you. We got Factor long ago when they first were a sponsor. It's great, nice and easy. You get some meat, you get some veg, quick and easy. You don't have to go to McDonald's and then shit your brains out. You don't have to go to Taco Bell and act like it's healthy because you didn't get any meat. Like me, I'll get 6 things. I'm like, look how healthy I am.
I mean, statistically, Taco Bell's the healthiest fast food.
Yeah, especially
I read it
if you
in
don't
a
get
meme
their,
once, so you know it's true.
especially if you don't get their ground beef, which almost certainly is a Rat King that they
It's a Robin Williams length air.
But yeah, we love Factor. They take good care of you. It's nice and easy. For the chubby behemoth on the go, for the chubby chaser chasing that next rung on the ladder of success. You get in, you get out, you're back to sending emails and digitizing CP. Go down to PervMart and upload your heinous acts.
Hey, that would be a good business. We could catch a lot of fucking... That would be the new to catch a predator.
A predator.
A predator.
That's right. Even worse than
I might
a
have had
predator.
a stroke.
Is a predator. You've got Factor on the mind. You're hungry. Mitch, you pop 6 or 8 of these in the microwave. You'll have a nice full meal.
You're not supposed to have that much nutrition, a whole month's worth of nutrition at once.
You maintain your fighting weight. But yeah, Factor has a ton of options to choose from, and 60 add-ons every week. 60 add-ons. So all kinds of stuff. If you've had it before, check it out again. They've got a bunch of different stuff in.
What are the
mix.
add-ons? Like lard?
I would imagine sides or just combinations.
Juices.
Juices. Oh yeah, their juices are really good. Oh, I forgot about their juices. Yeah, they were.
They don't just bacon grease and huck it into an envelope for you.
I tried to combine magnificent and fabulous. Be careful with that, because I don't know if is a good mash 'em up, is a good portmanteau. But hey,
now this is a Patreon.
Nope, still free.
Yeah. But yeah, whether you're counting calories, avoiding meat, doing keto, or looking to hit your protein goals, Factor has what you need to stay on track and save tons of time doing it. So head to factormeals.com/chubby50 and use code chubby50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. Now, come on, that's great savings. So go ahead, code chubby50 at factormeals.com/chubby50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Hell yeah.
You think that would work? You think I could just get like fucking shredded off of Factor?
Yeah, man. It just, one of the nice things is it takes out the guessing of like, what do I go to the store and get? You know, do I get 80 Twinkies? Do I get 54 Pop-Tarts? No. You get a nice mix of...
I'm so bad at that.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's too many. There's too many things you can do. It's hard to know what's going to taste great together. The Factor just fucking fucks you in the ass in a nice way, so you don't have to worry about where your sexual gratification is going to come from. Factor says, bend over and start saying the Pledge of Allegiance in your head, and I'll take care of the rest. I'll fuck your belly with nutritious...
That'd be fucking crazy if you could get ass fucked into being in shape.
Well,
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's a thing in some cults.
Dude, some kid in my high school, Steve, he used to be a big fat Guiguo kid, and then he got really skinny junior year, and we're like, dude, what happened? He was like, well, I got a girlfriend over the summer, and we just fucked all the time. And I was like, whoa, you can do that?
yeah.
Wow, yeah.
I'm consistently in better shape when I'm doing that.
When you're getting Lizzie.
Yeah.
Lizade.
I'm bringing that back.
You've been watching too much Snoop Dogg at the Olympics, haven't you?
No, but you know what I did have to do was I just did another Lighthouse Ranch commercial where I had to rap. And
Did you bring the wicked shit?
Yeah, I'm going to be at the gathering as a performer, but not comedy. I'm going to be doing ranch-based rap.
What is the Lighthouse guy's name? Is it just Nathan?
No, it's just the ranch guy was what they settled on.
You don't even have a name.
No, which is weird. I'm not Flo. I should be Flo the ranch guy. Let it flow.
Yeah, dude.
But, I had to
can
rap.
You spit any of those bars here, or is it proprietary?
Becker's saying I can't, which makes me want to.
I think you should wait until it comes out before we do it on a thing that's going onto YouTube.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, spoiler alert for my fucking ranch commercial. Let me think of let me spit some of it. It's towards the end. We're the fridge's number uno. We're the ranchy MVP. If that dip sits on the pantry, better take it off the team. Cause mustard must have fumbled. They say mayo's got no chance. All that ketchup better ketchup, cause it ain't no Lighthouse Ranch.
Nice.
Motherfucker. I swear.
Yeah, dude. I like how it has a real late 80s, early 90s, I'm Nathan London. I'm here to say.
That ranch is the best in every way.
Put it on your fries and put it on your salads. Nothing rhymes with salads. I painted myself into a fucking corner.
Yeah, no, I said I was hoping that it would be corny, and it was. It was fun, whatever. I have backup dancers. They were great. They were very patient with me in our rehearsal.
And you had to so did you have to learn a dance? Are you doing the bye? What are you doing?
Yeah, there were steps. So these two women, one has danced for the Broncos, one has danced for the Nuggets. They're the real deal. And they had, a whole routine for these two songs, 30 seconds each. And then they just had me join them for one, basically one little move at the end of the line, at the end of the stanza. And so it was very low stakes for me. Did not have to kill it or get my heart rate up. And yeah, I think according to the feedback on set, everybody was stoked. But yeah, the one of the two, Amy, was a little condescending with her or patronizing with her compliments, like I was a little kid learning how to cartwheel or something. She's like, that was really good. And I just be like, shut up. I know it's not good. You don't have to pat my head.
Yeah,
and be
I'm
like, wow.
Brontavious, the ranch guy. You're just a backup dancer.
She was also a person, or no, physical therapist. So just like incredible mix of like dancer, athletic, physical therapist body, like just kind of buff, and both of them just like smoking hot. It's like, oh my God, of course I'm front and center. You put Shrek up front, and then you have like these two beautiful women behind me.
Dude, I've been there before.
I got Amy though, because the wardrobe person was lamenting the fact that she's getting older, and on all these sets she's the oldest person. She's like, so how old are you, Amy? And she goes, I'm 27. She's like, see, 27. And I go, I'm 27 too. And Amy believed me. She goes, oh, nice. And I was like, what? No, I'm 42. Come on. So that was nice. Maybe some more patronizing from Amy, but no, it was fun. I brought this up for some other reason, and then it got away from me. But
I don't know. I can't remember what we were talking about before, but
it was about the bars. It was about something.
I think it's great that you got that the Lighthouse Ranch commercials. Like the company seems to be thriving, right? Like,
I mean, they've been around since like 1890. So if they go tits up because of me, that would be impressive almost.
I think that happened to me.
What?
But not with a ranch company, because a couple years ago I had.
Not.
Yeah, dude, I did this video where it was an Adam and Eve themed video for a dispensary, and they, you can't show like
products.
weed commercials on live TV, so it was like all for like internal purposes. They're going to show them on their screens at their dispensaries, and then it was for this type of edible that was like. It was actual fruit. It was like dehydrated fruit. It wasn't like a gummy based thing. It was like they dehydrated an apple and then they injected a bunch of weed into it and put it in a bag, and now they're selling it.
Yep.
So Jake, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I sold them.
Yeah, you sold them. So this dispensary hired me to be as part of the Adam and Eve theme. So first they made me shave my face, which is like super self-conscious for me.
Oh yeah.
And then they were like, all right, you're gonna, let's get a picture. We need you to email a picture of you shirtless.
Dump it out.
I was like,
what?
Yeah, dude, had to dump them out.
This was not a commercial for an edible.
I remember this.
Yeah.
You were so disturbed.
I was disturbed, dude, because like I'd never sent a shirtless picture to fucking anybody. Like I'm very guarded with my body,
It was so funny.
I'm a lights off fucking kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Shirt on in the pool. Yeah.
No, I don't give a fuck about that.
Okay.
But
yeah. You're not.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not dumping them out left and right if it's hot out and you're at the park.
Yeah, dude. Unless I'm showering or fucking, my clothes stay on.
Or taking a shit in the summer.
Yeah, I'm at the barbecue high as hell, fixing a plate. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But so like they're like, all right. So I sent these to someone I've never met before, and I was like, I hope this is actually a director that I'm sending these shirtless pictures to. And so I fucking waited for a long time, and then they're like, you're perfect. You just need to shave your face. So I show up. The girl who's playing Eve is like a 23-year-old, beautiful Instagram model. And I was like, fuck, now I'm going to look extra like shit because I haven't been, like, I forgot to get in shape 15 years ago. And so, yeah, we filmed this thing. And then I'm pretty sure the dispensary went out of business after we finished filming it. And I don't want to say that's because of me, but it certainly fucking feels that way.
Right, no. Nothing to do. Well, obviously casting you shirtless was one of several mistakes they made over the last couple years they were around. You were not the nail in the coffin.
There was no one to really say if Adam was like a giant wad or if he was actually had abs or whatever.
Yeah, they blew their yearly budget on the leaf to hide your hog.
No, I was definitely just in my underwear. And They got leaves for her titties, though.
Damn. I'll have to look up.
But it was
this
weird
Instagram
because
model.
her mom was also there, so I had to be like, "Hey, I'll be naked
was
across
14.
from your daughter today."
You end up getting you have to digitize some guy's random stuff, and you're in there. That ad is in there. You're like, wait a minute,
Dude, that happened once.
what?
I mean, not with me as an adult, but like someone came in and their kid went to elementary school around Louisville, and then when we digitized one of the tapes, I was like, "That's me. I'm in this person's home movies."
What were you doing? Pool party or sleepover?
No, I was in a little play at the music class,
Okay.
doing like a little dinosaur dance.
You weren't the meteor that killed the dinosaur.
Nah, dude, I was the T-Rex, which was like the best part.
They have little hands. I'm sure it
you're
took
right.
a lot of
Well-
people out of it.
My hands haven't been this big ever since I came out of the womb.
I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, your hand puberty was years before your dick puberty.
Mitch was born July 22nd at 3:03 p.m. His hands were born July 23rd at 10 p.m.
Your hands came out, and they thought it was a twin, but it was just, the afterbirth was just your palms. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Don't think about it too much, listener.
There's one thing I know about Chubby Behemoth listeners is they're a thinking bunch.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't get a response to the guy who said, "Button. Why is your shirt always unbuttoned? It's disrespectful." I wanna know who
How?
I'm disrespecting by having an unbuttoned. I don't know.
I think you look cool as fuck. I think like it looks like you're hiding out on like on an island somewhere where you're waiting for your Swiss bank account to pay off.
Well, I wish I could go everywhere, half dumped, but I don't mess around like that. I always have to have an undershirt. I just bought. Tomorrow I should get my Rome wardrobe, a good chunk of it, because I wanted some. I got some A shirts. I don't want to call him wife beater. I don't want to call him a Dago tee. Well, like my mom.
That's our word.
But yeah, I got some A shirts because I want to have some of my 7 strong button ups that are 2X along for the ride, but they aren't going to button up with any real certainty. So I got some
dude.
undershirts. I'm going to go Romanesque.
Undershirt with open button up is totally a look. That's Fat Boy Summer, bro.
I've considered grabbing some tomorrow when I'm driving up to Denver because we're gonna want to have our clothes off.
Right, it's going to be hot, and I am of the thinking that 2 shirts is hotter than 1, but it is a tactical thing where it's like, hey, if I have the 1 shirt open, flowing, the buttons aren't like screaming, "Kill me!" When I sit
always
down,
the worst feeling. One of
Yeah.
them comes unbuttoned from doing nothing. Oh, that's the fattest thing I've ever done.
when you sit down and you're just looking at all of the buttons, just struggling to hang on, and everybody can see that, and you got like a marinara stain on the stressed and distressed part of the shirt. So yeah. I am going to
Buttons like Spider-Man trying to hold back a train.
Yes. I'm going to try to avoid any cartoon. I only got one. I got like a polo after doing some research on Reddit for like big guy fashion or something. They shouted out whatever the brand name is. I can't think of it because I was looking on Amazon for all kinds of like linen shirts. I'd search for linen men's shirts and then find a bunch, like you get a bunch of results, and I'm bitching about Amazon, like, but I don't usually shop on Amazon, and so you search for linen shirts, and then a million things come up, and you click on one, and it's like 100% polyester. It's like, okay, so it's not linen at all. Like, what the fuck are they doing? It's just such a nightmare. They're just like,
linen.
buy this instead, and a bunch of people are like, okay,
Yeah.
Linen's not a catch-all term.
that sucks.
No.
That's
Forgive my
bullshit.
ignorance.
Linen's a
but
type of
linen
fabric
is-
that breathes. So
Yeah, it's the opposite of polyester. Polyester is just like plastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a plastic shirt that some of them will. It's like you have a microwave on you. You're just like getting heated up 100 times more than you should. Yeah, because it doesn't breathe. It's just like
And it holds smell.
See-
That's the worst part about polyester is once you sweat in it, it will smell like you forever.
Two
mark
reeky
it.
boys walking around Rome.
I think I'm just going to
guys
buy a
should-
lot of clothes there because I don't have anything
get
that fits that's like good summer shit. I'm tiny.
Get like mesh tank tops, like you're going to, that rave in Blade 2.
Edge and Christian in 90.
Yeah, dude. You guys are, if you're going to reek, you might as well reek of awesomeness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, no mesh. I'm not gonna wear the A shirt by itself, but yeah, I do have, and I need to find. I have a pair of, I think they're like linen. They're definitely like breathable beach pants that I wore for my friends AJ and Lindsay's wedding, which was the anniversary was just a couple days ago, but it was in 2008. And I held on to these pants because I was like, oh, these are like for, like, if I need to wear pants, if I have like an important business meeting in Costa Rica. I don't know. They're very particular. I've worn them on like one or two random shoots. I can't remember what I would have needed. Oh, I think I wore them for, speaking of Lighthouse Ranch, the guys, Woody and Chad, that got me in with Lighthouse Ranch. Did a video that I was in. Me and George Michael, R.I.P. George Mikey. We did a yoga video where it was like, I'm in my apartment. There's loud traffic sounds, but I'm trying to get in like the right like peaceful yoga mindset. So it basically goes back and forth between this, in Cheeseman Park, I'm wearing like a flowy shirt and these pants, and I'm barefoot, and I'm trying to find that peace, and then I just keep getting snapped back to reality by George Mike barking or my phone. And it's a funny video, but so I held on to these pants, and I think I might bring them. You know what I wanted? I didn't look it up, but I wanted to try to recreate the outfit that Hannibal Lecter is wearing at the end of Silence of the Lambs, because I feel like it's very much like, I think he's in Florida or whatever, and so he's got like the Bray Wyatt kind of hat, like the straw beach hat and like flowing shirt, like white on white or white on tan. But I didn't look it up.
Very owner of Jurassic Park.
Yes. And I wanted the 4 pockets on the shirt, 2 up top and then 2 down below. But the only things that came up on Amazon were just so ridiculous looking. It would, I wouldn't have been super comfortable. I wouldn't have been feeling it. So I didn't pull the trigger.
You should dress like a safari guy with one of those old pith helmets.
Look like, what was his name? Was it Kim Chi? Was Kamala's handler Kim Chi? I'm pretty sure he had a pith helmet.
I can't remember.
And a mask, and then like a safari outfit, because Kamala was from the Ugandan jungle.
For this next set of Wild World shoots, you should dress like a Jumanji guy. Just like a pith helmet.
Fuck yeah. I'll do it. Mosquito net over the pith helmet. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we go to Uganda.
Yeah, dude. When are you guys going to go to the Democratic Republic of the Congo?
I don't know, dude, but
I'm not.
For now, you're not going to go?
Not to the Congo. I got a friend who died there from a mosquito bite. I'm good.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Did the mosquito have a little heroin in its
kimchi.
system?
No, they were there to get weed seeds, marijuana seeds.
Oh, okay. Damn.
And one of the dudes did not make it back.
Fuck, dude.
Jesus.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That's what I think of when I think of Australia, is just you are like going there to die, like to get bit by something.
I've always wanted to go to Australia.
Yeah, I want to go too, but
just like the city parts, I guess.
But everywhere you go, you have to worry about giant snakes and spiders that you've never imagined could exist. Could be made by a loving God. And I guess like you said, you'd have to just like not go anywhere. It just hotel room, car.
But Australia is insane, and they have the thing that like no one's died of venom in their country in like fucking forever. I think it's like 40 years. I think it's been like
The locals built up a tolerance.
No, they're just like on it. Like that's like if they get a call that somebody's been bit by something, that is their like go go go.
Yeah.
This is our moment.
Yeah, some drunken Aussie bogan rushes out and be like, "I'll fucking suck out the venom
Yeah.
right now."
And they keep anti-venom in like all the stations where they have helicopter. Like they're apparently very prepared for it so that they can claim this safety thing despite the fact that they're living in a hive of death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and they don't have a bunch of gunshot victims. There's very few guns. So everybody's on, poison patrol. Well, anything you want to plug, Mitch, other than broadcast queefs?
Yeah, I was going to say, Jake, I didn't know that you had a friend that died from a mosquito bite, and I've known you all these years. Do you really not want me to talk about it? I don't have to.
Broadcast?
I was
He's
kidding.
joking.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Jake and I do a podcast with Matt Oren and other folks that drop by. Usually it's just me, Jake, and Matt these days, but it's called Broadcast Geeks. If you want to check it out, totally check it out. Find me on Instagram at Comic Mitch Jones. I'm always around there. And I'll be up and down the Front Range until figure out this whole national transfer travel thing.
Did you do Black Hills this year?
I did. It was very fun.
Good.
Except for one show where they hated me.
Why?
Well, because we had to do shotgun style, and it was just like, here's your first comic. And I'm not placing the blame on Hiker, but Hiker, when I was like, hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? And did his set, and then he was like, all right, now we got another comic. Here's Mitch Jones. And I'm like, hey, guys, you want to talk about porn for 5 minutes? Because I've been working on this fucking chunk of shit. And it's not about the gross part of porn. It's about just the... I think it's ridiculous to have an account on Pornhub just for looking at porn. If you're making it, who cares? But like, anyway, I digress. Black Hills was fun.
Good. And are you Midnight Mitch Jones on Reddit?
Yes, that's me. I'm an active member of the Chub Reddit.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I try to get in there. We got a Discord and a Slack, so if you enjoy either of those, get in there. Those are for y'all. I think I posted once in Discord, and that'll probably be it. No, I like checking in on stuff. I got used to Reddit. I like Reddit, but yeah, Discord and Slack also active, I would imagine.
I hate Discord.
It's pretty cool.
I gotta use it for work. Work. But also, during the pandemic, I know we're wrapping up, but during the pandemic, I joined a bunch of, I was listening to a lot of Juggalo podcasts, and I joined a lot of Juggalo podcast Discords, and I would just, all through the night, I would just get notifications, and I would open up my phone, and it would just say whoop whoop. And so I finally deleted Discord, and then in the ultimate act of fuck you from the universe, my boss was like, we're going to have to we're going to use Discord for work. So now I get work stuff, and I also get whoop whoops all through the night.
Well, that's great. Good luck with your Juggalo community on Discord. Sam wanted me to plug some of his / our dates that are coming up. Go to samtalent.com to get tickets for pretty much all of these shows. We're doing a show in Rome, August 17th. We'll be at Dead Crow in Wilmington, North Carolina. I don't love a dead crow. I'd rather they be alive, but I'll be there with Sam. August 30th and 31st. I believe I will be with Sam in Houston at the Secret Group September 7th. There are 2 shows that night. So be sure to get tickets for one or the other, or both if you're completely insane. September 4th, Sam will be in Dayton, Ohio at the Jokes and Tokes Comedy Club. They're advertising that show, which is, again, September 4th, with a flyer that mentions, July 18th. So don't be dissuaded by that. The show is supposed to be September 4th, and there is an Eventbrite link. If you want to search Eventbrite, you can get tickets for that. And then Columbus, Ohio, September 5th, and that is at the Attic. So if you go to the Attic, Columbus.com, www.standuptix.com. You can get tickets for that show. And I don't think I'll be at either of those, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll do Dayton, Columbus, Houston. I don't fucking know. But Sam will be there. He'll maybe have a poster that you could buy off of him. You could get a picture. You could fumble through the interaction for way too long and make it awkward. Feel free to do that. Sam and I love that. But
Posters are not free.
What's that?
Posters are not free.
Posters, no. Posters are probably $10. But yeah, come see us. Go to patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth to get on the Patreon, like Midnight Mitch Jones himself. There's so many good episodes in there. If you put a list of the 20 best episodes of Chubby Behemoth, if some psychopath decided to do that, you would probably have half of them that are on the Patreon and half of them that are on the free. We don't do one and then put the best ones on Patreon. It's just kind of random. But we started the Patreon about the same time we started the podcast. So you have 4 years of episodes waiting for you if you have not yet traipsed on over to the Patreon.
It's well worth it, I will say.
Thank you. It's $5 a month. You get extra episodes. You get random shit. We do Q&As. We do all kinds of fun stuff in there. And check out Sam Tallent's Wide World if you haven't yet. We're about to go to Rome to make some more of them. More Wide World.
More Wide World.
Which you want so badly.
And speaking of Rome, please bear with us if we don't have great internet at one of the Airbnbs this next 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're going to... just one burp at the end. Yeah, we are going to, do the best we can to keep giving you episodes. But yeah, we may get a little squirrely over there. We may be in a villa that is from 1820 or whatever. But yeah, we're not staying at the White Lotus. We will be in an Airbnb that should have Wi-Fi that will allow us to send and record pods. But
it took Sam
we'll let everybody know what's up.
A file took from Friday at 7 a.m. till this morning at 3 a.m. to get to me. So I'm just nervous.
I wonder if part of it is your your Wi-Fi.
No.
You have Italian Wi-Fi.
Hello, Wi-Fi.
Your Wi-Fi has a belly full of pasta and squid ink. But yeah, thanks so much. Thank you, Mitch.
Hey, thanks for having me on, fellas.
Love
I'll see
you
you all around. I can't wait to watch Wide World and listen to more Chubby Behemoth.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Later,
Thanks for the plug at the end. Bye, everybody.
I don't know why.